Come on, Trev, where are you? You're the one that wanted to do an outside broadcast again.
Yeah, but there's no need for two of us to stand outside. I can film it from inside and talk.
Oh, thanks. You have no idea what a prat I feel like. Right, set.
Set?
Yep.
Episode 13?
Yes.
And I've got Graham Taylor sitting at the side opposite me tonight.
Jeez. That's like Siberia out there. It's ridiculous. It's nearly April, for crying out loud.
Oh no. As you can see, we're not doing an outside broadcast. No. It's a bit silly. It's a bit windy out there. It's a bit wet, and I think it's pretty general all over the country. And I feel very sorry for people that have worked since Christmas. And this is perhaps their first weekend they've been able to get away, and it's awful.
It's really awful, isn't it?
It's just awful. But anyway, I hope that you're all making the most of it. You know, we're lucky enough to be away a lot, so you know we can put up with a caravan for one day, can't we?
Especially one that's as well.
Yeah,
equipped as this.
We thought we'd introduce you to Patsy's Bar.
Yes.
And we'd sort of try and make it look like a little bar, and I think we have. We've got spirits, we've got beer, we've even got a Coke for later.
Yes.
But we're drinking wine. Decided to be girlies, didn't we? Anyway, the news.
The news. New site arrival video out.
Good.
Cambridge Touring Park, not far from where we were in Berwick.
Yep. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll come back to that. Got some slideshows too of what we've been up to in the last few days. You've put out, haven't you?
Yeah, they're not like your normal videos, are they? They're just my phone slideshows.
They're great. I love them.
So yeah, got them to watch. Hope you can watch.
So there's some more there of Berwickers and Aranic and Holy Island, I think, you've done, amongst others.
And
what we've been up to this week as well, which we'll come to.
There's one gone out, Anyway, 2 blogs as well.
2 blogs, yes.
You're keeping up with them.
I've been bashing them out. And the blogs.
Yeah. He's done 5 blogs this trip.
Yeah.
Anyone think it's been raining?
Yeah, wouldn't they?
Anyway, they're all good, and I hope you are reading the blogs, because while we're talking about that, blogs is what we're about, really. You know, we make these films and we do Sunday Night Natters, don't we, to bring them...
On a Saturday.
No, Sunday Night Natters to bring you travel information and where we go and, you know, everything else. But we are basically bloggers.
Yes.
That's why we don't actually...
Silly old bloggers,
Yeah, we don't do much filming when we're actually out and about. We take photos, because it's photos that you need for your blog, isn't it? Really?
But not only that, I've always taken photos. Ever since I was as young as I can remember, I've had a sort of a camera of some sort, whether it's one of the old Polaroids or one of them little disc ones. Do you remember those? Yeah,
I know. We made several videos when we was in Cambridge, didn't we? But that was a bit self-indulgent, really, weren't it? That we shared. And Cambridge is an area that we've got photos and memories of. We don't need a photo of it, so it was easy for us to film and
that's right.
Not, you know. So that's the reason you don't actually get what we call travel movies. Or vlogs.
That, in fact, we're not very good at it.
No, we're not very good at it. We can sit here and chat, but we can't.
We can certainly do that, dear.
Yes, all right then. Anyway, so that's why we do slideshows, isn't it?
Yes.
So I just thought I'd diverse from that a little bit.
Yeah.
So what else is new? Oh.
Well, next week.
We're
seeing the people from ProTech.
Yep.
We're going to have a look around the factory.
Yep.
And the boss is going to be answering questions for us about how they're made, how they overcome certain things.
We're mainly featuring the tow-in jacket.
Yeah, the new one with the zip up the middle.
New thing.
Yep.
But if you've got any questions on any of ProTech products, I nearly said TowPrek. ProTech products, then please put them in the comment below, and we will put your comments to the MD next Wednesday.
Yes.
And we will be doing a live vlog from it. Well, not live.
No.
But nearly live.
Live-ish. When I get round to editing it,
Yeah, okay. So yeah, put your questions. If you've got any question about towing covers, towing jackets, or even caravan total covers or boat covers or anything, they make everything, don't they? You know, and they make it to order as well. So put your questions below. So that's next week. We've also got a meeting with Richard Burgess and some of his colleagues.
Colourful Caravans boss, one of his colleagues, and his social media promotions guy, Jason, as well.
They're coming down to Cambridgeshire when we stay at Stroud Hall, is it?
Stroud Hill, yep.
Stroud Hill. They're coming down. Again, if you've got any insurance queries, they can put them in the comments, because then we can ask them, and then we can bring it back
in the next blog or whatever.
Next blog or whatever. So, yes, if you have a caravanning problem with insurance or need to know anything, we can ask Richard Burgess.
Do his best to answer.
He's the managing director, I believe.
He is, yep.
Of Cover for Caravans, which is quite a mouthful, and we'll get them answered by him as well. Yeah. Right, so that really is the news right up to date. Yep. So back to the trip.
Yep. What we've been up to since.
Yep.
We're going back to Chain Bridge.
Oh yes,
because we missed that out.
Yeah, we did. We'd been to Chain Bridge before Saturday. That's what you're trying to say when we recorded the last
right.
episode.
It was after we'd been up to Alnwick, had a look around there, the castle and that lovely bookshop. We come back because we wanted to bag a site roll video for Chain Bridge, which I mentioned. But just down the road from that is the Union Bridge, which separates England from Scotland.
And we walked across it first of all, didn't we?
And then we went back and drove. Crosses the River Tweed.
We first saw this from TYne, didn't we?
Yep, Michael. He featured it on one of his walks because he's got a seasonal pitch nearby.
Yep, that's right.
And it was him that gave us the idea to go and have a look at that.
It's a bit disconcerting walking across there, though, isn't it? Because it's 200 years old.
Nearly.
It's not been very well kept. I wonder if the Scots and the English are
arguing about
who's going to
maintenance.
Maintenance costs. But anyway, it's 200 years old, I think, in 2 years' time. But it's a bit disconcerting because when you're walking across, you actually look at it closely. It's just hardboard or chipboard.
Well, it's wooden slats with like a asphalt topping, isn't it?
Which is breaking away.
But it has got a 2-ton towing limit, so I had to ask you to get out of the car, didn't I?
You cheeky bugger. And I don't know what difference it would make. I was walking behind the car.
Yeah. Completely defeat the object, but never mind.
Never mind. Anyway, yes. So let's get back.
Yes.
Because we forgot that.
Yep.
Berwick-on-Tweed, our last
day, which was a Sunday, we went into Berwick-upon-Tweed and we ended up walking around the town walls again, the ramparts, didn't we? Which is a lovely walk.
It really is a great walk. We didn't intend to do it, but it was such a beautiful day, unlike today. It really was superb, and we just wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you get lovely views across the harbour and depending on where you're out to sea and that. But we discovered something which I didn't know, is that the artist Lowry liked Berwick-upon-Tweed.
We've gone a bit adrift again here.
We have.
Because before we went there, where we found out about the Lowry Trail...
Well, one of them was Spittal Beach.
Which is just down from the site. And we went there first, actually.
Not 5 minutes walk, that's right.
So in a minute, coming out of that window there...
Or down from there.
Or somewhere, he will show you a picture of Spittal Beach, which is really the beach for the site.
It is, yeah. Lovely beach too,
and the pubs and everything else that we went to from the site. So, sorry, we'll go back now to Berwick.
Yes.
And the Lowry Trail.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know, did we?
No.
And one or two people as well on Twitter didn't know either.
No.
It was quite a shock to us. But it's great up there, and we enjoyed the walk, didn't we?
Yeah. Basically, the Lowry Trail... he got a lot of inspiration for his pictures from places in Berwick, and the trail shows you them places, and you can walk around all of them. I think it's about 3 miles in total, and you'll see scenes from his pictures in Berwick.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Really good. We went back there in the evening for a meal, didn't we, at that pub by the river there?
Yes.
By the bridge. Excellent value. First time I've ever known a pub be sold by Wetherspoons.
Used to be Wetherspoons,
and it's been
but
sold,
now owned by another company. But they kept it. Still good value.
It was very good value. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what whole meal and drinks cost us, but it was only...
No, you never do, because I pay.
Oh, yeah. 25 quid or something, wasn't it? It was ridiculous.
Wasn't expensive.
You know, and it was very good. You know, that sweet I had was absolutely gorgeous, wasn't it? It was really nice. Anyway, I digress again.
Yeah, so that was our time up in Berwick over. Relatively short run down here to Old Hartley.
Yeah, but going back, before we go there, I must just say again, I love that site.
Yeah, so do I. Go back there tomorrow.
We've had one or two people say about the trains, haven't we? But it didn't disturb us.
Fair enough, not for everyone.
From us. You took a great picture of that train.
Oh, the one going across the old bridge there, yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully...
Do you want me to...
float it out the window. Anyway, yeah, so we left there.
Yep. 70 odd miles down.
Easy run.
Fairly easy run. We followed the directions given by the club,
Yes.
which was to come in off the A19.
Yeah.
All went well until
We get to...
until we get to this particular turning where there's no signpost.
No.
Wasn't a major thing. We carried on, eventually followed the sides to seafront and got here almost as quickly.
If you do miss that turning, you can. If you get into town, it's quite easy. Just go along the seafront, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it's nice and wide. There's no dramas. There will be a site arrival video at some point.
At some point, with 2 routes we may do on it.
Yes, because we discovered an alternative as well, which is not too bad, which you avoid Whitley Bay in completely.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and I would take the caravan down there, so we may do that, or you may do that.
Yes, I may do. Yeah, I'll add it to the list, shall I?
Yes. I like to keep him busy.
You certainly do.
Anyways, what have we done since we've been here? Because we've had inclement weather.
Well, Tuesday was a washout, or Tuesday morning certainly.
It was awful, wasn't it?
So I managed to catch up on a bit of bloggy stuff.
Yeah.
Part 4.
Part 4.
Basically. And in the afternoon we just went out for a quick run, went along Whitley Bay to Tynemouth, doing a lot of development work around Whitley Bay, aren't they?
They certainly spent some money.
Yeah. I had a quick look on the council website. That was exciting.
Was it really?
36 million quid's worth, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, all along the seafront.
It's going to be
and
lovely
that
when
Spanish
it's finished.
city, they call it, you know, with a big dome.
Yeah, but that's going to be really nice when it's finished, isn't it? It really is.
It's good.
So then it's good to see some money being spent on a coastal resort.
Yep.
Too many times we go to these coastal resorts.
They look run down, particularly in the colder,
and
sort of quieter times.
And when you travel like us, and you know, I know a lot of others out there, you know, we appreciate these coastal areas and we love them. And governments and councils, please bring back our seaside resorts. You know, they're great, aren't they? I love them. Right, yes. So anyway, what we do Wednesday?
Wednesday,
the weather actually.
Cracking day Wednesday.
Yeah, so we chose to do something rather nice.
Yeah, we went to the Beamish Museum.
Excellent.
We've passed that sign so many times when we got up and down the A1. So many people said, you must do it, you must do it.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad we finally got there.
We did the Black Country Museum on a Twitter camp, didn't we?
Yes, enjoyed that. That was good.
That was good. But this one...
A bit bigger?
It's a bit bigger. What I like about this one over the Black Country, I enjoyed the Black Country, and don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But this one had the old trams and buses and old cars.
I love the old buses, yeah.
Horse and cart.
Going around all the time.
So it really did feel like a living museum, didn't it? You know, they really were working it, weren't they?
Yeah.
You know, when they wanted horse for the stables, the horse and cart went and got it, didn't
That's
it?
right, yep.
And so it was really a working museum, weren't it? And again, somewhere out of here, you will see some pictures coming up, I'm sure, because we had a cracking day, didn't we?
Lots of pictures on the blog.
Yeah, there is. Yep. Again, go and look at the blog.
And you've done a slideshow too, haven't you?
Done a slideshow.
Shall I put a link below?
Yeah, put a link.
All right.
But no, it's a cracking day, yeah. And it's not expensive for us.
Well, it's cheaper for you than it was for me.
Yeah.
I've not even explained why.
No.
But your tickets are valid for a year.
Yep.
We didn't get to see all of it because we knew the weather was likely to turn. Actually, we got it about right. But what I found made it really enjoyable was the people who work in there, the role players, if you like. Yeah. They're very knowledgeable and very enthusiastic, and they do really help to tell the story. Particularly the guy demonstrating the
lift shaft. On one of the slideshows, there is actually a video of him, and the music might drown him out, really. But he was wonderful to listen to, and I think I understood about 50% of what he said. Because
now you know how I feel, dear.
Yeah. No, it's really good, and honestly,
cracking day out. Love to go back.
Yeah, and a lot of people we spoke to one or two people, and I didn't realise. Obviously, if you live fairly local, people buy this annual ticket and they go and walk the dogs, don't they? And you know, just
because you know, a bit of spot of lunch there, plenty of places to have a bite to eat.
And you know, it's a cracking place. At Baker, we weren't supposed to go back and get the bread, weren't we?
That's right. Yeah.
They were cooking real bread, weren't they? It smelled absolutely divine. Anyway, cracking day.
Yep.
Onwards and upwards though. Where next?
Well, Thursday.
Yep.
The idea of this part of the trip was to get into Newcastle.
Yeah.
Originally.
And
we looked at the 2 days.
Originally.
Yeah. And at the time, Thursday looked great. Friday looked okay. So we thought we're going to get on a train Thursday and we'll do Newcastle Friday.
Yep.
So we got on a train to Carlisle.
Yeah, we did.
Availed ourselves of the metro service.
Yep.
And if you remember, that really nice lady let us park on her drive by Whitley Bay Station, bless her.
Great. How often do you get that in life? We were looking for a parking... Well, there was plenty of parking spaces, weren't there?
Yeah.
But you went to the machine and we was having problems with the machine.
The displayed slip, so you couldn't actually see how much you had to pay for all day parking.
Yeah, and she come out and started chatting to you.
My Ringo app wasn't working.
And it makes a change, because old ladies normally chat me up, don't they? She chatted you up, didn't she?
Yeah, well, what can I say?
I got back there with the car and there you were chatting this old lady up, weren't you? You know?
And she offered us a parking space, which was really good of us. So,
really, northern hospitality is unbelievable, isn't it? So we parked there all day for nothing.
Yep, actually it was a long time as well.
It was. But before we tell them about this eventful day, do you think it's time for one of them pauses?
Yep. Do you need to have a... Yeah.
And we'll have a pause.
Okay.
And then we'll come back.
Yes.
And we will tell you about our disastrous day that ended...
It wasn't disastrous. It started well, went off the ball of it, got a bit worse, but then finished up really good.
Anyway,
so,
we're going to have a pause.
Yep. He's going to empty his bag. We'll be back soon.
Yeah. I'll fill his glass. Okay, I didn't fill up the glass. You were too quick. Pausing.
Well, come on and get on with it.
Right.
Out loud.
Anyway,
some barman you are.
let you explain how the day went.
Yes. Well, I'd already had this idea that it might be quite a nice journey to go from Newcastle to Carlisle, and I was talking to the dentist in the Beamish Museum.
Oh yeah.
And
going back there.
Yeah.
Some bloke walked into the dentist and thought you was the dentist, didn't she?
Can't imagine why.
No, not gonna.
Anyway. He said, yeah, do it. It's a really nice journey going through the Tyne Valley, and you go through the lovely town and villages like Hexham, Hawtwhistle. So we done that. Hour and a half from Newcastle across. Cracking journey, wasn't it? Beautiful.
It was excellent. Even the trains were fairly comfortable, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
But comfortable.
Apart from no loo, or no working loo.
No
anyway.
working loo.
But we didn't have great expectations of Carlisle, not because I've heard bad things, but because I've heard no one say you must go there. You know, normally we get recommendations when we're travelling.
I think we've sort of passed through it, but very briefly when we
actually,
I
quite liked it.
It's definitely a town I'll go back to. Let's put it that way.
The old bit and all around the cathedral there.
Really nice.
Lovely. Really enjoyable.
It's an awesome, manly-looking cathedral, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It really
very
is.
solid, yeah.
No, so we will go back to Carlisle. Anyway,
not only that, but it gives me sort of impetus to explore a bit more west.
Yeah.
Hexham and that, Hawtwhistle, lovely little towns and villages.
We saw more of it on the way back, didn't we, funnily enough?
We did, yes.
Anyway, what happened when we got back to the station?
Well, we got on the train.
Yeah, we did.
And we sat there.
Yep.
And we sat there.
Yep.
And then the announcement came that someone had deposited a car on the line further up, and that we wouldn't be going anywhere for the time being. And we sat there.
And we sat there.
And we sat there. And then eventually, through one source or another, discovered they cancelled the train, and they'd be putting on a replacement bus service.
Yep.
Fantastic. So we finally left Carlisle, 2 hours late, didn't we?
2 hours later, yeah.
Bus wasn't big enough for everyone.
No.
But fortunately, we got on.
I don't know what happened
to the poor buggers that didn't.
I think they'd have gotten taxis. They perhaps had the best deal, actually, because I'm not saying there was nothing wrong with our coach driver, but...
we'll come to that.
Yeah, we'll come to that. But
well, the deal was that the coach would drop people as far as Hexham, where we could rejoin the train.
Yeah, well, we first was told that if we wanted to stay on the coach, he would take us all the way to Newcastle, didn't he?
Yes.
But when we got on, the driver seemed to have other ideas about that, didn't he?
Well, I don't think he had other ideas. Yeah. He hadn't been told. He was stitched up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he was stitched up. But...
So anyway, we got to Hexham,
and
we got off the train.
Yep.
I got off the bus, got onto the Redfern platform. There it was up there, the whatever it is, 05 to Newcastle. Fantastic.
8:05, wasn't it?
Yep.
To Newcastle.
And then comes the announcement.
Yeah.
This service will be operated by a rail replacement bus. You're invited to go and stand outside.
You couldn't make it up. You really couldn't.
So back we went out again, and you could see the coach driver on the phone, quite animated.
Yeah, he was.
And it was clear then that they told him that he had to go to Newcastle.
Yeah, he did.
Having originally told him that he would only go as far as Hexham.
That was fine. We got on the coach and we all sat back down in our seats, and everybody was,
Stopped at a couple of places, no problem.
No problem. And then all of a sudden, he started to say he didn't know the rest of the way, didn't he?
Or the way to a certain I can't remember which one it was.
So
the woman on the front, we was behind the driver, and she was to her left. She started giving directions. Which...
Now, I'm not saying she was blind, because I don't think she was blind, but she was very partially sighted, because she'd been assisted onto the bus.
Yes.
She also was with a white stick, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But I believe she was partially sighted. It was very funny when she started giving him directions.
Yeah, because she was immediately contradicted by the woman behind who also getting off at the same stop, saying, no, you don't go that way, you turn left, not right.
And we didn't know who to believe, and I think you got it on your sat-nav, and she totally said he knows what he's doing anyway, don't he, the driver?
Yeah. Yeah, which wasn't quite the case, was it?
Quite the case. Anyway, it also got a bit disconcerting as well, because this blind lady, she seemed to know where all the speed cameras were, weren't she?
And she was telling the coach driver this
to slow down.
Yeah.
And I think he was a bit concerned that he thought that she thought he was going too fast.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't, I don't think. But anyway, then he says the thing that sort of shocked me the most. I don't think speed cameras operate at night. This guy's a professional driver.
If only it was that easy.
It was, you know, it was, and suddenly
I think it was at that point to start to lose faith a bit, don't you? You start to wonder if you're ever going to get there.
Anyway, the journey went on, it got worse. He didn't know where the metro centre was.
We missed turnings and
you got the sat-nav out.
Drained the last remnants of juice out the battery of your phone, and we got into the
a couple of southerners gets him all the way.
Yeah.
The people on the bus didn't know where the metro centre was, but they wanted the stop.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite work that one out.
No.
So two southerners actually directed him.
We were quite a long way away from home.
It's quite funny, really.
Google wonderful.
But anyway, we eventually
got back to Newcastle station.
Oh yeah, well then we thought the metro was closed because we didn't know, did we?
The gates
were totally empty, didn't it? Look, you know. Anyway, it wasn't empty, and thank God we got on the train. We eventually got back to the site.
Whitley Bay station.
At 10:20, we pulled in the site here, didn't we?
Yep.
And I thought, I need a drink. We'd had hardly anything to eat.
Basically, pulled up here, put the heating on in the van, because there's one day we turned the heating off because we left because it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was freezing here. It's like Arctic.
So we did the best thing. We went to the pub.
Yeah.
But then we got to the pub.
Yeah. And this wouldn't have happened if we got back on time. Now, we would have had a meal, and that's another thing we've got to talk about, because some of the pub meals we've had here have been fantastic.
Shall we just explain what happened in the pub first, and then we'll come on to the meals?
Okay.
We get into the pub.
Yeah.
And there's, four guys?
Four guys on guitars.
And guitars? Yeah. Well, you know, it was just priceless.
Jamming away, playing. Fantastic.
I don't know whether he can actually slot a bit of music in here without it happening. I don't know whether we're clever enough to do that.
What, to drown out your talking?
Yeah.
No, not that clever.
Anyway, you might put a still shot of them.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was cracking. It really was. We ended up coming out there at midnight, didn't we?
When they finished, yeah.
3 pints later, no food.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a disastrous day turned out to be a cracking day, all because of the local boozer.
And the thing is, because if we'd have got back on time, we'd have gone in there for a meal, had a couple of pints, and we'd probably been back in the van before they even started, and we'd have missed out. So it did have a silver lining.
And you want to go back there. Talking of local boozers.
Yeah. This
place has some great boozers, doesn't it? Let's start off with that one.
Just next door, it's 2 minutes walk away if you're slow. I think it's De Laval.
Yeah. 4 real ales.
4 real ales, yes.
All the time.
And one's changed already, so
we've drank it dry.
Yep.
She's a lovely lady behind the bar, and the young girls that work with her. We had a cracking meal there, didn't we? Absolutely superb.
Excellent value.
Just incredible. And the locals have all made us so welcome.
Yeah, really friendly.
Really they called us, they say, good night, lads, don't they?
Yeah, lads. You'd have thought it. No, it's lovely. Yeah, it's a great local pub. That's what pubs should be like. We need more of them.
Honestly, and we're down there again tonight.
Yeah.
And
we was down there last night.
And we was down there last night. In fact, we're always in there. We don't always eat there.
But we'll call in for one
one or two. Anyway, the other pubs. King William?
You got the King's Arms.
King's Arms.
Up by Seaton Sluice. So it's only 15 minutes
walk. One of the best pub meals I think I've ever had.
Absolutely. I mentioned that in the blog.
And it's just...
I would say definitely one of the best.
Mince, vegetables, potatoes, and them dumplings.
Dumplings, yeah.
Them dumplings that you die for. They've got leek inside them as well, haven't they? And they were just, honestly, and it didn't even cost £9, did it? It was £8.75, I think it was. Something
I don't
like
recall
that.
exactly, but it's damn good value. It
Honestly,
really was. Compared to what we pay.
It was just like going around someone's and home cooked food. It was just brilliant, wasn't it? And I just loved every minute of it. Great food. And they keep about 4 real hours as well, don't they?
Yes, they do, yep.
Anyway, other pubs. We went in the...
You've got the Melton Constable, which again is just across the road, and we ate there last night.
And again, incredible value.
Yep.
Incredible views.
5 real hours as well, I think.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying the food was as good as the other two that we've mentioned.
Yeah, but then it was a bit cheaper too.
Oh, it was cheaper.
And cracking views, because we got that spot in the conservatory
I would eat that food again, though. I'm not saying it weren't.
No,
but
absolutely not.
It was perhaps third on my list of food. We did go in the other pub, but we walked straight out because they ain't got any real ale, did they?
No. So that was the end of that.
And while we're talking about food, we've got to mention that chip shop.
Yeah.
There's a chip shop.
Is it Harbour View, I think it's called?
Harbour View? Well, Good Friday.
We've heard from a number of people saying you must go there.
Yeah.
Great portions, everything else. Yeah. We went past there twice on Friday when we went out for a quick drive. And then we went to the pub.
Must have been 100 people in that queue.
Yeah.
I've never seen a queue.
That was in the afternoon.
At a chip shop.
And they were still queuing.
That was 2 o'clock when we went out there.
And they were still queuing when we went out for our meal at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. God knows how much fish he got through yesterday. But it must have been incredible. And the landlady next door told us when we got back there, it's like every year, didn't she?
Yeah. And someone said, and I shan't say who, said it's not actually that good. It's the only reason they go there is because the portions are huge.
Huge.
I'm not sure we're going to have a chance to try it out, sadly, but next time.
Next time. But
right.
Yeah, so that's that. Anyway, let's get more up to date. Where are we now?
Yesterday.
Yep.
Bit wet again, so we had a lazy morning.
Yep.
We had a run into Tynemouth in the afternoon.
We like to walk around there, don't we? We had a couple of beers.
Nice place, had a pint there. And it was there, of course, we learnt the news that our next site is shut.
Yeah, so a bit of a disaster.
Due to go to Thirsk tomorrow.
It's waterlogged.
It's waterlogged, so they've had to cancel all bookings.
You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world.
Well, it's not for us.
No, it's not for us. A lot of people may be disappointed that was going there. For us, we've managed to book another night here.
Staying here another night.
So we're not going to, see much of Leeds, but that doesn't matter. But anyway, we're booked on to another site
just south of York.
Monday. That looks a nice site, actually. Yeah. It looks as if it could be.
Neighbourne Locks. I'll put the link below.
And we're looking forward to meeting
David, Caravan Nut, for some extensive research.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm not sure we will stay local or have a to York. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
I don't know what we should do, but I dare say it'll involve alcohol. Because David does like, a nice cup of tea and a slice of cake.
Tea.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, so we're looking for.
So
that basically.
That really is the trip today, isn't it?
Yeah, because we've
done nothing this morning apart from I've written a blog.
The weather is appalling. It really is horrible out there. It's not raining that much out here now, is it? The wind is blowing a hoolie. It's very cold. I see there's some sad news just while we, before we record this.
Down Somerset.
Down in Somerset, caravan sites had to be evacuated by the fire brigade because the river's overflowing. I hope all them people got out there without any damage to their caravans or anything else.
I think someone made a good point on Facebook. I think it was. It's the trouble when you have Easter so early.
Yeah.
Why keep moving it? Why not have it in a bit later in April when hopefully we get better weather?
Yeah.
And then people can actually enjoy their time off.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer is because weather can come in at any time and we don't know when it's going to happen. I just feel for the people with kids, who've had to work hard since Christmas. This is the first time off they've got with their kids, perhaps, and it's going to be a total washout. I think in most parts of the country this Easter. It's all right for us. We just go to the pub, don't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not the greatest of hardships, is it?
No, it's not. It's not the end of the world.
Anyway, so that's the trip.
So that's the trip.
Right.
We've enjoyed this site, haven't we?
Yeah, loved it. Well, I love the area.
Yeah,
I think everyone's getting the sense of that already.
Yeah, but I've enjoyed it.
We had a good nose in the estate agent's windows yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's sorely tempting. Anyway,
I suppose we're at that point again. I know you want to do it.
No, not quite. We're not.
No, we're not.
No, because we want to talk about this week's featured vloggers.
Oh yes, of course, we're not quite there. Yes, of course.
Yes.
This week.
Are you up with me now?
Yeah, I'm up with you now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I sort of ramble on and forget, don't I, really? Yes,
you
featured
do.
bloggers. Yeah, we're going to do one this week.
Yep.
We're going to do one this week and then talk about the two that we did last week.
Yes.
Right. The one this week we're going to do is Posh Cat. Posh Cats? Posh Cats.
Yep. Trevor and Sue.
Yeah, don't hold his name against you,
No.
him. But yeah, they do some nice little location shots. Got a motorhome, live in Suffolk, I believe.
Yeah, Ipswich Way.
Yeah, one of my favourites they did was of Swanage.
Yeah, we love old Swanage, don't we?
I love Swanage.
Yeah,
So
Dorset, yeah.
so have a look at Posh Cats.
Links below.
Links below. Again, that's our featured
Yep.
vlogger of this week. We like them.
Yeah.
Give them a look. Give them a thumbs up.
It's all about travel, isn't it? It's about getting out there, exploring this great
and
country
I think
of
they
ours.
started off in a caravan. They've gone to a motorhome. So you know they've been doing it for years, and they're having a go at vlogging. Good luck to them.
Yep.
Anyway, last week we did Last Weekends, and Lee
Lost Weekends.
Lost Weekends.
Yep.
Both have responded, which is really nice because it shows that they do watch us.
Yeah, that's one way of finding out, isn't it?
That's right. And Lost Weekends, because I like his caravan.
Caravan
tours,
of the month.
Caravan of the month.
Yep.
I believe he's doing one this weekend. Hopefully
he is.
by this goes out.
So or Monday, I'm not sure.
But whenever it is, we will
I'll add a link to
it
because I'm really enjoying that. It's a cracking van he's got this week. So
and Lee sent us a message and thanked us and everything else, and he said he's going to make some more geeky videos, didn't he? So
and he's got another one out too.
And he has got another one out. Yeah, he's on about toilets, isn't he?
Yeah. Chemical toilet tablets.
And he does the geeky thing. He
Stop Mardi Gras this caravan, isn't it?
And he does the geeky thing as well. He works out the cost of each one of these tablets.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, to be fair, he's full timing, so
it's
a significant.
So anyway, that's it. And now
that's almost it.
No, I suppose
because it's time for
who died on this day
in history.
In history. I've got to get this right in my head. How I say that, you know.
Yes, you'll get there in the end.
Yeah. Anyway, I believe this week it's a music thing.
Yes, it is. Yes,
but there's a lot died this.
It's actually been a busy week for celebs, whatever you want to call them. Charlotte Bronte, Jesse Owens, Isaac Newton, and not so long ago, dear old Ronnie Corbett too.
But let's
all this weekend in history.
But we said we'd feature music ones. So what's our free music ones?
First up, Scott Joplin.
Oh, yeah.
He died in 1917 at the age of 48.
Was he black and white movies or something? Didn't he do as well?
He was responsible for that wonderful piece of music called The Entertainer.
Yeah, didn't they make that into some sort of black and white movie or something? I don't know.
I have no idea. Famous piece of music. If I find a clip of it, I'll add it on. I didn't realise the music was that old.
Yeah, no, neither did I. Anyway, yes, so right, it's a great one. Who's
another one. Marvin Gaye.
Well, everyone, I would think, knows Marvin Gaye.
Heard it through the grapevine, What's Going On, Sexual Healing, classic songs.
But there's a sad story with Marvin Gaye.
He died in 1984.
He was murdered.
Well, he was killed by his father.
Well, that's not murdered.
Well, he never actually stood trial for murder in the end. I mean, it's very, very sad, really. It wasn't a nice man.
I bet he inherited his money, though.
Well, whether he did or whether he didn't, he's dead now. So, but yeah, very sad ending that.
Yeah.
And the last one is Dave Ball.
Dave Ball.
Dave Ball was a guitarist for Procol Harum.
Oh, I used to like them when I was...
White Shade of Pale.
When I was
one of theirs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before my time, obviously.
Yeah,
well, a bit.
obviously, yeah. Yeah, like...
Yeah. He died 3 years ago at the age of 65.
Yeah, not that old, really.
No.
I suppose drugs, rock and roll.
And probably took its toll. I'd imagine. I don't know, but he died of cancer. So
really,
yeah.
Well, who knows? But yeah, very sad. Anyway, and I did like Purple Harum. It was really good.
Procol Harum, dear.
Is it? No,
yeah.
Purple Harum.
No, it's not. It's Procol Harum.
It's Purple Harum.
It's not.
Oh, right then. I'm in Geordie land. It might be up here.
Wherever it is, it's still Procol Harum.
Oh, all right. These words.
Have you finished?
Yes. So that's it then.
That's it for this week, yeah.
Is it really? So we're onwards and upwards. We're down to now a site near York.
Yep.
And
but this time next week we will be
Stroud Hall,
ready to go home.
This time when this goes out next week,
we shall be at home.
We shall be at home.
So I'm not sure I'm going to work that yet.
No, we might be recording from Stroud Hall. I don't know. No, we might be recording at home again. We'll record it from our balcony.
Yeah, that'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
Be exciting. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you. Cheers.
And it's good night from him.
And it's good night from me. Good night.
One day he'll say it the other way round. Good night.